Hey everyone, just got back from watching Star Trek. Now, I'm going to do a review of it with spoilers. I know that this thing's been reviewed already by everyone and their dog.
Scotty killed a dog! Worst Star Trek film ever!
Spoonie, Linkara, Confused Matthew, and Stand-in Stan. Everybody. But I'm still going to do it, so... Anyway. I just saw the movie just a little bit ago, and please note that when I review a movie right after seeing it, it is the review of Victor right after seeing a movie. Victor, having seen a movie 2 weeks ago, is an entirely different person, and we don't always agree. I've learned to accept that there's the guy who likes the movie after he's seen it, and the guy who's thought about the movie. And I accept them as two different entities. Alright. If my opinions change severely, I might do another review just to complain with myself. Well, let's see, what do we got on here? What do I like? Well, I gotta say, I did like it. The film was a lot of fun. The first fourth, I would say, was I didn't like it, of course. Of course, they were introducing Kirk as the annoying little bastard, and then as the older little bastard. But eventually that got better. I think in the meantime, though, they compensated for that annoying Kirk opening by having him get beat up every few minutes. First in the bar, then on the space drill, again by Spock, and then in the ship by Nero, whatever. So yeah, that was fun. And yeah, I liked the characters. Bones was great. He I don't know if I liked or disliked their reveal of why he was called Bones. I can accept it. I liked the Sulu part. They made him kind of awesome there, doing the sword fighting and saving Kirk's ass from yet another beating. Actually, I guess the beating had already happened. He was going to get incinerated. Nero. Nero was the weakest part of this movie, and the most forgettable Star Trek villain ever. I mean, he's remarkable in that he is the least memorable. You got the first movie with V'Ger, you got the second movie with Khan, and you got Christopher Lloyd after that. You got the Klingon guy who keeps quoting Shakespeare. I'm getting it out of order now, I know. And you got Soren. You got that guy who gets his face stretched back all the time. You got the Borg Queen, and you even got Shinzon. You know. All more memorable than this guy. He wasn't even like, he didn't seem like an alien to me either. The way he talked, he just seemed like a pissed off middle American. It took me out of the experience whenever he opened his mouth. Let's see. I've got it all written down. I don't have that good of a memory. The aliens. I liked the effort they put into the aliens here. I noticed that they actually had a severe lack of your standard spotty, foreheaded, ridged, weird-eared foreheads in the film. I think they should have included more of those. Instead, they did focus on the more alien-looking aliens, and I applaud that. I really do, because that's always been something that's taken me out of the Trek experience as a whole. Is the fact that every alien species they meet in their quest to find strange new things all look like humans with either paint or little pieces of silly putty. But while I did find the weird-headed guy okay and the other weird-headed girl okay, those characters, even the green character who is kind of a silly addition, and I kind of liked the little goblin character that was Scotty's sidekick, but there was one point that kind of threw me off in the beginning. I was thinking, oh, are they going to do this the entire film? they had a woman, a nurse for Kirk's mother, big eyes, CG'd on. No, bad idea. The reason they don't mess with the eyes in Star Trek Aliens, the eyes or the mouth generally, is because that's where you emote from. It's what people look at when they look at a character. And that woman was extremely distracting. You know, you looked at her, and it's supposed to be this dramatic scene, and there you go. Nah, that was a bad idea. It wasn't too terrible, but it stood out for me after watching all these explosions and everything. Let's see. Now, I don't know what I think about the overall plot. I mean, I liked it, like I said, but it is kind of confusing. First of all, I should point out that, yeah, everyone is quite correct. Again, going back to the weakest link of Nero, he had some pretty contrived reasons and some very weird reasoning in his whole plan for the whole conflict. Underlying it were those flaws. I guess you can forgive it for a pretty good story. Oh, ran out of batteries there. Sorry about that. Anyway, where was I? Ah, yes. The MacGuffin of this film, the thing that kind of drives it, is that red matter. And no complaints except for one thing. It was a big red ball in a tube. My thought when seeing it was basically 47, 36, 19, 5, and the Powerball? Whoa! Armageddon! Alright. So yeah. Maybe they could have made it weird or sparkly or something instead of a big plastic ball. Now, there was a lot of criticism from Confused Matthew and Stan, I believe. They basically said they didn't really have any Star Trek ideas to it, the film, and I guess I could agree with that for the most part. There were a few, but it had ideas. It had science fiction ideas. It had a few, let me think about that ideas. Which puts it above, in my opinion, a lot of the later Star Trek films. There was just too much of attempts to be subtle that didn't really play out in the other films. So I do like this. They confronted you with time travel and the implications of a whole planet dying, ideas of what pain is and what it can do to people, things like that, and destiny and all that stuff. So I would say that actually, in terms of ideas, we're getting back into some interesting territory.